Hi, it's Katrina Kavanagh here from Kindness on Purpose, and I wanted to talk about survivor guilt because right now there are people all around me and around Australia whose homes may not have been decimated by the fires. However, they are still affected. There is a thing called survivor guilt. It's very, very real, and it almost is a bit weird because it doesn't make sense. We think that post-crisis, like something like a world event, or a even when, for example, a family member might be in a car accident, or like there's just lots of examples. But in this case, in the fires, we think that post-event we should be feeling relief, but we don't. Not necessarily. We might to a degree, but there also might be another emotion present at the same time. And that's where it's almost like we start thinking things like, why was it them and not me? Or that could have been me is one of the most natural things that we think of. That could have been me. And then we get into, well, why was it them and not me? You know, why do they have to suffer and I get off scot-free? So that's one part of that. The other thing that can happen is that for every single person who's been exposed to that, so that's everyone in Australia, okay, whether you were directly affected or not, we've all been in a heightened state of arousal. So our brain has been quite busy and active. Our amygdala has been very come to life and come into action. Most of us would have been spending a lot of time in our primitive brain, fight, flight, freeze, or submit, the degrees of that, okay? Our vagal nerve that runs from the base of our brain, wraps around our vocal cords, comes down through our chest and heart area, through our gut, and ends at the end of our colon and reaches out to our organs. It has been it's been affected by the continued stress, adrenaline, cortisol. So we know that our biochemical experience with the adrenaline and cortisol pulsing through our veins, flooding our body, means that we've been in that state of being affected biochemically and by the brain and central nervous system response for the last few days. Now what happens is post immediate crisis, there is an experience where the brain and the body goes into a slump, for want of a better word, and just as our mood was quite, whether we were aware of it or not, our mood can then drop, boom, really, really quite low, and we can feel quite flat and numb and at a loss. A mix of those kind of heavy feelings. And what can happen is, if you're one of the people who was not directly affected, you might have had to nearly evacuate, you might have had to evacuate, so therefore you are directly affected. Or you may have been someone who had to evacuate, but you come back and your house is fine, but the person next door isn't, or the person 3 houses down or in the next community isn't. So technically you're okay, you know. For those people, they get really frustrated with themselves because they think, I should be feeling relief, I should be feeling joy. But instead they're having the normal come down after the crisis. And on top of that, they put another layer of self-criticism because they think, oh, I should be, you know, I should be feeling better. I'm one of the lucky ones. So I wanted to highlight that there are those two elements that sort of come into play at this time, at this stage, usually after such an event. So I hope that's been helpful. If you are feeling that way, okay, if you're feeling survivor guilt, if you're also feeling, oh my gosh, I should be feeling relief and I should be happy. Why aren't I feeling happy? You know, why am I feeling a bit nervous in my own home? Whatever the symptoms may be. If you're experiencing any of those things, please don't discount your feelings. Please know that you are literally having a biochemical and physical response to what's just happened, okay? Let alone an emotional one, what's coming through in emotions. But, like you're literally, it sits at that biochemical level, okay? So it's the biochemistry of our brain and our body meeting the experience, and that's what you're actually experiencing. So please be kind to yourselves. Your body has just been through the mill. If your home was directly affected, or you lost a loved one, or you were protecting your home, whatever it may be, of course your experience of trauma is worse, okay? But for many others, you have had a almost a near-death experience, if you think about it. For those that were on the beach, the tourists that were on the beach, for example, down at Benelong and had to be rescued and were frightened for their own lives and the lives of their children, you just had a near-death experience, okay? For people whose the fires came up to 20 metres in front of their home, you just had, technically, if you think about it, a near-death experience, because those fires could have come and taken your house and possibly taken you. So whether we can get that clear in our brains, whether we can get ourselves to understand that or not, that's exactly what's just happened. So please give weight. Understand this is exactly what's happened, and therefore when you can recognize the extent of what's gone on, you can then be kinder to yourself and go, okay, you know what, everything I'm feeling is fair enough. Every single element of what I'm feeling is fair enough. So what do? Number one, you look after your brain and your body. This is a time for nurturing, retreat, taking time for yourself, putting yourself, doing anything that brings joy to yourself, having a shower, having a bath, having a warm cup of tea, taking things really slowly, wrapping yourself up, if it's summer and it's hot, in a nice cotton, sarong, just to give yourself that bit of comfort. Heat packs, cool packs on your chest, on your belly, on the back of your neck. All of those things are really, really helpful, okay? Talk, if you are able to people that you believe are safe people in your life that will look after your feelings and respond well. Talk. And if this continues for you, as you progress, please recognize what you've just gone through. You've just gone through a very significant event, okay? Whether your home was burnt or not, we have all just gone through a very significant event. Some more than others, of course, okay? And my heart goes out to all of us, really, but obviously to those who've lost their loved ones, firstly, and their homes, of course. It's been horrific, okay? But if you are not in that category, and you are in some level of the category, as in maybe you're on the beach, maybe you protected your home, or whether you're just one of us who've just watched the whole thing unfold, we've all been affected. We all may have some survivor guilt. We all will wonder why on earth we're not feeling better and how dare we should be feeling happy, okay? So please be kind to yourself. Please understand that what we're feeling here is normal. There's going to be a slump. We're all going to need to really get into some self-care. Journaling's really another good idea. And I'll post some more down below. So you take care. From my heart to yours. We're in the state of recovery now for some of us. Australia's still burning, but some of us are in the state of recovery. Take care. Bye-bye.